everyone, I'm Will, and today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect immune boosting tea. But before that, remember to like and subscribe and comment down below, and don't forget to press that notification bell down below. What you're going to need is 9 different types of herbal remedies. These are all going to be dried. So what you're going to need first is 0.3 grams of sarsaparilla. This will boost the immune system, warm it right up, and has a great taste. And then you're going to need 0.3 grams of dwarf ginseng. It does basically similar of the same exact thing as the sarsaparilla. They're in the same family. This you're going to also want, not just like, you want half of the geophyte root of the tuber down under the ground, and the other half of the measurement is the additional overground plant that photosynthesized. You want to have both dried. Then 0.3 grams of heal all. This is a type of mint. It has a cooling effect to it and a good taste. And then 0.5 grams of yarrow flower heads. The flower heads, when they're blooming, before they're fully bloomed, that is where the energy of the plant is going towards. So this is going to be the strongest energy forced into that part of the plant. So 0.5 grams of yarrow dried flower heads. And this will basically be also anti-inflammatory of what that is, and like warms up the body, but not as much as warming effect as the sarsaparilla and the ginseng. And then you're going to need 1 gram of curly dock root. This has a lot of vitamins and minerals, and if you didn't know, curly dock root is actually in traditional root beer. And what's also in traditional root beer is burdock root, not related. Curly dock root, or another name yellow dock root, is not related to the burdock root. They're different families. But 1 gram of burdock root, and it does basically the similar kind of thing where it boosts the immune system, and because it has certain vitamins and minerals that are very important. 1 gram of dandelion root. This has a cleansing the liver effect. It has the good vitamins and minerals that you need to replenish every single day, like the curly dock root and the burdock root. And has a good taste, but only use just a little bit in a tea because it has a very strong bitter note to it. But if you use just the right amount, you will bring out more of the other flavors in all the other herbs. And then 1.5 grams, so 1.5 grams of young white pine cones. So if a branch from the top falls off with young white pine cones, collect them and dry them. That's the area of the plant that is being forced of all the energy and nutrients to that area. So it's going to be the strongest energy type of part of the plant at that time. So harvest that, and this is for the vitamin C that basically brings all the nutrients together and boosts it right up. White pine has 5 times more vitamin C per 100 grams than citrus. And last, what you are going to need is 2 grams of ground chaga powder. Chaga is anti-inflammatory. It has all the minerals and vitamins that you need to replenish every day. Like basically vitamin B1, 2, and 3 is in this, and you need to replenish that every single day. And also it's anti-cancer. Like the outer part of chaga is considered cancer to it, and also the inner part has more of a vanilla flavor, what everybody says, and I agree. So have a mixture of both of what it is. So 2 grams of ground chaga. So these are the herbs and remedy of what we're making. Now let's add all the herbs together in a 1 pint container. And also you are going to need about 1.5 cups of about 180 degree water. You don't want boiling. If you use boiling, you're going to bring out even more of the bitters inside of all the different herbs and stuff, and we're making a perfect tea where you don't need to really even add any like sweetener at all. So this is going to be a nice smooth and subtle flavor that you are going to get to this. And if you add boiling hot water to like dandelion root, it's going to bring out even more of the bitters, and you won't get as much as like tasting the actual flavor of the dandelion root. So let's add the first ingredient. So the sarsaparilla, the dwarf ginseng, and when you're done with the grounds and everything, don't just throw them away into the trash. Put them into your compost, because deep inside all the herbs and stuff is still going to be nutrients. You want to basically still use that nutrients, but you can transfer it into maybe growing carrots, potatoes, your tomatoes, all those, and your green beans will be happy. Next, heal all. The yarrow, curly dark root, the burdock root, dandelion root, the white pine young cones. They have a really nice sweet flavor to them. The ground chaga. And just add the water right to it. It's already changing color because of the chaga powder. And let this sit about 10 to 15 minutes. You want to stir it right up. So 10 to 15 minutes, let this rest. Now it's been about 15 minutes, and let's look at this. And try and when you like pick this up, not shake it, because most of the chaga grounds will be clogging the, we're going to do like in the last video, the paper towel trick with the lid will actually stay towards the bottom, and you won't be clogging up the paper towel, and the stream of the water when you pour out will not stop. So what you are going to want to is to pour it right out. But first, let's smell it. Has a very subtle herbal smell. Very woodsy, like you are walking through the forest. And basically that like full, like when you go into a tea shop, that like clear herbal smell, like that, what you know of that herbal smell. So what the trick is you take this, put the paper towel over, take the lid out of the ring, take the ring, put it on top, screw that right down, and poke a hole on one side. That side right there, do not pour any of the liquid through that, because then you're going to get grounds and everything into your drink. And next up, you just pour it from that and don't have it overflow, and it just comes right out. It has a dark amber coloration to it. Okay, so there's a little bit of liquid still left, but that can help get into the compost. Like you can swirl it around and dump it into the compost bin. Now let's smell of what this is. Very subtle smell, almost nothing. It has like a slight deep wood smell, earthy a little bit. Very subtle. There's a slight fruity smell to it. Fruity almost towards like the fruity flavor that you get from strawberries. I'm almost getting that fruity, not strawberry smell I'm smelling, but almost like a fruity, like berry kind of smell that I'm getting. It has a very dark kind of amber to brown coloration to it. And let's try. It has some bitter notes right up front. I taste the bitterness from the dandelion root indefinitely, but not a major, not an off-turning kind of bitterness. There's a little bit of bitterness that I taste from the burdock, but I'm getting a faint sweetness actually from the white pine. The little young white pine cones actually have a lot of like sugar of natural in them, and that's why I recommend using them, because it's like will sweeten this. It's very like subtle, it's not overwhelming, and it has a really great smooth texture to it. So I recommend making this if you want to boost your immune system. And that's how you make the perfect immune boosting tea. If you want to see more, go down in the description below, click the link to my channel, or press the round subscribe button to help me out to get to 10,000 subscribers. And until next time, remember to get outside, get fresh air, and have fun. See ya!